Hello class 9, how are you all? From today we are going to start chapter 1. The name of chapter 1 is Matter in Our Surrounding. Matter in Our Surrounding. So last time we studied basic of chemistry. Yes, basic of chemistry will help you to understand chapter related to chemistry. Okay, so let's begin. In this chapter, we will study about type of matter, their properties, just like solid, liquid, and with lot of examples. Okay, with lot of examples, we will study about matter. Matter means substance. Okay, and if you have not attended previous classes, don't worry, because from today we are going to start from beginning, so you will understand slowly one by one each and every topic. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start. Okay, let's begin. First topic is matter and its type. Matter and its type. So what is matter? Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. Yes. Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. Yes. If any substance is covering the space, means it is water. Suppose, just for example, take a glass, take an empty glass, and take water in another glass. Now pour the water into empty glass. What will happen? The water will take the empty space. The water will occupy the empty space. Yes, water is occupying space. It means it is a matter. Yes, water is a matter. Everything, whatever you see, everything, whatever you can see, they all are matter. Yes, and all the matter has mass. All the matter has mass. Yes, what is mass? Mass tell us how heavy or light an object is. Yes, mass tells us how heavy or light an object is. If any object is heavy or light, it means it has mass. I have mass, you have mass, everyone has mass, and we all are matter. I am matter, you are also matter. Yes, okay, I am a matter, you are also matter, because we cover the space, we occupy this space. Understood? Now, classification of matter. Yes, in early time, yes, the Indian philosopher, yes, early Indian thinker, actually, they thought a matter is made up of five things. Yes, you can ask to your parent, that your parent will say that human body is made up of five things: air, earth, fire, sky, water. Yes, air, earth, fire, sky, water. Air, earth, fire, sky, water. Yes, these five things are called panch tattva. Yes, these five things are called panch tattva. So our body is made up of panch tattva. Yes, it is said that matter is made up of panch tattva. Yes, you can ask to your parents, your parents will say the same thing, that our body matter is made up of panch tattva. Okay, so early Indian philosopher classified in the form of five basic elements as air, earth, fire, sky, water, called panch tattva. Okay, but on the basis of physical state, means appearance, on the basis of appearance, on the basis of texture, on the so we can classify matter into three main parts. Yes, on the basis of physical state, we can classify a matter into three part: solid, liquid, and gas. Yes, there are three type of matter. There are three type of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so on the basis of chemical composition, now on the basis of chemical composition, matter is classified as pure substance and mixture. Yes, mainly on the basis of physical state. On the basis of physical state, there are three type of matter. On the basis of physical state, there are three type of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. But on the basis of chemical composition, on the basis of chemical composition, on the basis of chemical composition, there are two type of matter, pure matter and mixture. Yes, pure matter and mixture. Okay, or you can say pure substance and mixture. Yes, matter or substance both are same thing. Okay, you can call substance or you can call matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. So, on the basis of physical state, there are three type of matter, there are three type of substance, solid, liquid, gas. And on the basis of chemical composition, on the basis of chemical composition, there are two type of matter, there are two type of substance, pure substance and mixture. Okay, understood? Okay, next point. So, as I said you that on the basis of chemical composition, matter can be classified into two part. First is pure substance, second is mixture. Yes, pure substance. Pure substance may be element or compound. Yes. So pure substance can divided into two part. Yes, there are two type of pure substance. There are two type of pure substance. First is element, second is compound. First is element, second is compound. Mixture. Mixture can also be divided into two part. Yes, mixture can also be divided into two part, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Yes, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So there are two type of pure substance, there are two type of pure substance, there are two type of pure substance, element and compound, element and compound, element and compound. And there are two type of mixture, there are two type of mixture, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. There are two type of mixture, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Understood? Now let's move on the next point. Now next topic is physical nature of matter. Yes, physical nature of matter or properties of matter. Yes, you can say properties of matter or you can say physical nature of matter. So physical nature number one or property number one. Property number one. I will use the word property. Okay, or you can also use the word physical nature or property. Okay, it doesn't matter. So property number one. Matter is made up of particles. Yes, matter is made up of particles. All the matter, yes, I am a matter, you are a matter, we all are matter, we all are made up of particles. Yes, we all are made up of particles. Yes, we all are made up of particles. And do you know these particles are known as atom? Yes, these particles are known as atom. Yes, matter is made up of particle, it means matter is made up of atoms. Yes, we all are made up of atoms. Yes, point number two, the particles of matter are very tiny. Yes, the particles of matter are very tiny. Particles are very tiny, particles are very small. Yes, matter is made up of particle and the particles are very small, tiny, tiny, tiny means atoms are small. Yes, atoms are small because matter is made up of particles and particles are known as atom, and atoms are small, it means particle of matter are very small, yani tiny. Okay, third point, the particles of matter have space between them. Yes, the particles of matter always have space between them. It may be space little, more and too much. Yes, so always found space between particle, always found space between particle. Okay, next point, the particles of matter are continuously moving. Yes, particles are always constantly moving. Yeah, they always move, they always move, they always move. Okay, next point, the particles of matter attract each other. Yes, they always attract each other. It means between the particles there is a force applied, there is a force applied, this is attractive force, the attractive force attract each other, the attractive force attract each other. Yes, so point number one, matter is made up of particles. Point number two, particles of matter are very tiny. Point number three, the particles of matter have space between them. Point number four, the particles of matter are continuously moving. Point number five, the particles of matter attract each other. Understood? Now we will understand all these property with experiment. So point number one, property number one. Property number one is matter is made up of particles. Yes, matter is made up of particles. Okay. So what you have to do, take a beaker, okay, and take some water in beaker, okay, and note its level. Yes, take some water in a beaker and note its level, or you can take 50 ml water, okay. Just imagine you have taken 50 ml water. Imagine that you have taken 50 ml water, okay. Dissolve some salt or sugar in it. Yes, now dissolve, put, add some salt or add some sugar, okay. Now what will you see? The salt will dissolve in the water. Yes, the salt will dissolve or the sugar will dissolve, but the level of water does not change. Okay, this is because the particles of water get into space between the particles of water. Yes, why does the level not change of water? You put sugar in water or salt in water, you will see that still 50 ml water. Yes, the level of water has not increased. Why? Because there is space between the particles of matter. Yes, that's why sugar or salt has dissolved. This shows that matter is made up of particles. Yes, okay. As you can see in the picture, can you see the picture? So we can say that matter is made up of particles. Understood? Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, next property number 2. The particles of matter are very tiny. Okay, let's prove it by doing a simple activity. Take a beaker and add 100 ml of water. Now add 2 or 3 crystal of potassium permanganate. You already know, you have seen potassium permanganate. I had shown you potassium permanganate in chemistry lab. Yes, so take 2 or 3 crystal of potassium permanganate and add in 100 ml of water in a beaker. Now take 10 ml of this solution. Yes, 100 ml of solution. Take 10 ml of this solution and dissolve it into 100 ml of beaker, into another beaker. Yes, into another beaker. Take 10 ml of this solution, means from first beaker take 10 ml solution and add into 100 ml of water into another beaker. Okay, now again take 10 ml of solution from second beaker and add into third beaker, which contains already 100 ml of water. Okay, then again repeat this process 5 to 6 times. Yes, so what will you see? This shows that a few crystal of potassium permanganate can color a large volume of water. What will you see? You will see that color is changing. Color is slowly decreasing. Yes, why? Because the crystal are made up of particles. The crystal of potassium permanganate are made up of particles. They are continue dividing. That's why the color will slowly disappear. Yes, so it proves the particles of matter are very tiny. Understood? Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, next property is the particles of matter have space between them. The particles of matter have space between them. Yes, now let's prove it by doing the same activity which we did in the beginning. Yes, so which activity we did for in the beginning? The same activity. Take the beaker and add sugar or water. Okay, so first activity we did for which property? We did first activity for the property matter is made up of particles. Matter is made up of particles. Now we will do same activity again. So take some water in a beaker. Take some water in a beaker, then dissolve some sugar and malt. Then with the help of glass rod stir it. With the help of glass rod stir it. Or if you will not stir it, no problem. You just add sugar or water. You just add sugar or water in just add sugar in water. Just add sugar in water and put it for few hours. Put it for few hours. After few hours, when will you see? You will see that sugar has dissolved, sugar has disappeared. You cannot identify without testing. You cannot identify that sugar is present in water without testing. Now the question is, where is the sugar gone? Yes, where is the sugar gone? Because there is space between the particle of water. There is space between the particle of water. The sugar has dissolved in the space. Yes, sugar has dissolved. Yes, that's why you cannot see, and level of water will not increase. It shows that particles of matter have space between them because the sugar has dissolved in water between the space of particles. Okay, understood? Now let's move on to the next point. Okay kids, next property, next physical nature of matter, next property of matter. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Yes, particles of matter are constantly moving. Yes, they always move. Let me give you a simple example. Have you ever seen light coming out of a small hall or from a window in dark room? You might have seen light. In light, dust particle you have seen. You will see dust particle in light which is coming out from a small or which is coming out from window. You will see that particles of dust. Yes, dust particles you will see in sunlight continuously moving. Why? Because the particles of dust particle are colliding with the particles of air. Yes, they are striking to each other. Yes, that's why they continue move. Yes. Okay, let's do a simple activity to prove it. Take a beaker and take some water in a beaker. As you can see on the screen, take some water in a beaker and put a drop of ink. Yes, you can put a drop of blue ink, red ink, any color along the side of beaker, but put along the side of beaker. Okay, you can put 1 drop, 2 drop of ink in one corner of beaker, then leave it undisturbed for few hours. Yes, now just leave it without disturbing. Then what will you see? You will see that the ink spread evenly throughout the water. Yes, this ink spread evenly throughout the water due to the movement of particles of water and ink. Yes, because the particles of water and particles of ink, they are continuously moving in water. As you can see in the picture, in second number picture, you can see the particles are continuously moving. That's why the particles of water will collide to the particle of ink, when they will collide, they will spread. Yes, they will go in different direction. As you can see in third picture. Yes, so slowly the ink will spread throughout the water. Yes, it is showing the particles are continuously moving. Because of particles are continuously moving, the ink will spread throughout the water. Suppose what happen if particles will never move? What will happen if particles not move? Then ink will not spread. Yes. So in the end, at last, particles of ink will dissolve in the particles of water. Yes. So what happened? Two different matter have mixed. Two different matter have mixed. Two different matter have mixed. This process is known as diffusion. This process is known as diffusion. So what is diffusion? The intermixing of two or more different type of atom, or the intermixing of two or more different type of matter. The intermixing of two or more different type of matter is called diffusion. The intermixing of two or different type of matter on their own, means without disturbing automatically, is called diffusion. When particle of ink mixed when with particle of water, yes, when ink mixed in water without disturbing, then we say this is diffusion. So intermixing of two or more different type of matter on their own is called diffusion. Understood? Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, next property of matter. Particles of matter attract each other. Yes, particles of matter attract each other. So for this activity, what will you do? Take three substance. First is iron nail, second is chalk, third is rubber. Yes, take iron nail, take chalk and take rubber. Now hammer the iron and try to cut the chalk, and try to stretch the rubber. So what will you observe? When you will hammer iron nail, it is not easy to break iron nail. But you can easily break the piece of chalk. But when will you stretch rubber? Rubber will not break easily. Yes, the shape of rubber will change and it will again reform the same shape. Yes. Why did it happen? So you cannot break the piece of iron nail easily by hammering. You are applying too much force on iron nail, but still it is not breaking because the particles of iron nail are very near to each other. This is because the particles in the iron nail are held together with greater force. Yes, among the particle of iron, the force is very high. Yes, the greatest force is applying. That's why you cannot break. Look the first picture. This is the picture of particles of iron nail. Yes, look the first picture. This is the these are the particles of iron nail. Yes, so it is not easy to break. Okay, chalk, you can easily break the chalk. Why? Because the particles of chalk are not held together with greater force. The force is weak in comparison to iron nail. Okay, so we can say that particles of matter attract each other. Yes, they attract each other by a force. Which force? What is the name of this force? Intermolecular force. Intermolecular force actually apply. Yes. IMF. Intermolecular force. Yes. Or you can say force of attraction. Force of attraction. Because of force of attraction. Yes. When you will stretch rubber, it will gain the same shape because the particles of rubber, when you stretch it, they go away, but when you will leave the stretching, they will come together because of force. Okay, so we can say this is because the particles in the iron nail are held together with greater force than in rubber band or chalk. Understood? Now let's move on the next point. So kids, we studied five properties of matter. Five properties of matter. Property number one, matter is made up of particle. Yes, matter is made up of particle. Property number two, particle of matter are very tiny. Yes, particles of matter are very tiny. Property number three, the particles of matter have space between them. The particles of matter have space between them. Property number four, the particles of matter are continuously moving. The particles of matter are continuously moving. Property number five, the particles of matter attract each other. Yes, the particles of matter attract each other. Yes. Now we will study about the type of matter on the basis of physical state. Yes. Now we will study type of matter on the basis of physical state. Okay. So there are three type of matter: solid, liquid and gas. There are three type of matter: solid, liquid and gas. So first type of matter is solid. So first we will study about solid. So in solid, particles are tightly packed. Point number one, in solid, particles are tightly packed. It means the particles of solid are very near to each other. Yes, there is very small gap between the particle. In solid, the particles of solid are closely packed, tightly packed. Yes. Point number two, the gaps between the particles are tiny and hence it through to compress them. Solid have fixed shape and volume. Okay. Because the gap between the particle is very small. Yes. The gaps between the particle are very tiny. Yes. Because there is not enough gap between the particle. That's why it is very tough to compress them. You cannot compress. Take a stone and try to compress it. Can you compress the stone? No, you cannot compress the stone. Why? Because between the particle of stone, because the particle of stone, they are very near to each other. There is not enough gap. The gaps between the particles are tiny. That's why you cannot easily compress. Point number three, solid has a fixed shape and volume. Yes, solid has fixed shape. You cannot change it. If you break stone, it will still remain stone. It will still remain solid. It will still remain stone. Yes. So it has fixed shape and volume. You cannot change its volume. So in solid, particles are tightly packed. The gaps between the particles are tiny and solid has fixed shape and volume. Due to its rigid nature, particles in solid can only vibrate about their mean position and cannot move. Yes. When we studied about the physical nature of matter, when we studied few moment ago, I told you one property of matter. That particles of matter are continuously moving. In solid particles are also moving. Yes, in solid particles are continuously moving, but they do not change their position. They move, they vibrate at the same place, they vibrate at the same place, just like my hand is vibrating, just like my hand is vibrating. In the same way, because of their rigid nature, because of their strength, yes, because of their solid shape, because of their strength, rigid nature, the particles in solid can only vibrate, yes, and about their mean position, about their mean position, and cannot move, yes, they cannot go from one position to another position, they vibrate the same place. Okay, so next point, force of attraction between particle is adamant. Yes, force of attraction between the particle is greater in comparison to liquid and gas. Yes, force of attraction is more. Okay, and next point is the ratio of diffusion in solid is very low. The ratio of diffusion in solid very low. The ratio of diffusion in solid is very low. Diffusion means intermixing of two matter of their own automatically is called diffusion. So the diffusion rate of solid is very low. Yeah, you cannot easily diffuse anything, you cannot easily dissolve, you cannot easily dissolve anything in solid. Yes, for example, wood, solid ice, okay, rock. So these are the example. Okay, so property number 1, point number 1, the in solid particles are tightly packed. In solid particles are tightly packed. Point number 2, the gaps between the particles are tiny. The gaps between the particles are tiny, hence it is tough to compress them. Point number 3, force of attraction between the particle is adamant. The force of attraction between the particle is adamant. Point number 4, the rate of diffusion in solid is very low. The rate of diffusion in solid is very low. Understood? Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's talk about the properties of liquid. Yes, properties of liquid. So property number 1, liquid have no definite shape but have fixed volume. Liquid take the shape of container. Yes, liquids have no fixed shape, liquids have no definite shape. Yes, if you will put water in glass, water will take the shape of glass. If you will put water in ball, the water will take the shape of ball. If you will put the water in cup, the water will take the shape of cup. So we can say that liquids have no definite shape but it has fixed volume. Yes, it has fixed volume. Yes, you already know volume, length into breathe into that one. Did you remember volume is measured in meter cube? Yes. So next point, the space between the particles is intermediate. The space between the particle is intermediate. It means the particles of liquid are far from each other, but in solid the particles are not very far from each other. There is very small gaps. There is small gap between the particle of solid, but in the particle of between the particle of liquid, between the particles of liquid, gap is more than particle of solid. Gap is more than particle of solid. So the space between the particle is intermediate. Yes. Point number 3, the force of attraction between the particle is intermediate. Yes, the force of attraction between the particle is intermediate. Yes, it means force of attraction force between the particles of liquid is less than solid. Is less than solid. Yes. And the space between the particles of liquid is more than solid. More than solid. Space is more than solid and force of attraction is less than solid. Yes. That's why liquid can easily flow. Why does liquid flow? Because the force of attraction between the particle is less than solid, and space between the particle is more than solid. Okay, next point. The movement of particles is intermediate. Yes, the movement of particle is intermediate. The particle of solid just vibrate at one place. They do not move. The particles of solid do not move from one place to another. But the particles of liquid can go from one place to another, but to a fixed distance. The movement is intermediate. Okay, so particles of liquid, their movement is more than solid. Their movement is more than solid but less than gas. More than solid but less than gas. Next point, they are less compressible. Yes, they are less compressible. Solid, we cannot compress solid. Solids are incompressible. Solids are not compressible. Why solids are not compressible? Because the particles of solid are very near to each other. Force of attraction is greater. But the particles of liquid, the force of attraction between the particles of liquid is intermediate, and the space between the particle is intermediate. That's why they are compressible. They are compressible. They are more compressible than solid. But less compressible than liquid. They are more compressible than solid but less compressible than liquid. Next point, the rate of diffusion is more than solid. Yes, the rate of diffusion is more than solid. Yes, diffusion means intermixing. If you mix any other liquid in another liquid, they can easily diffuse. Yes, but if you mix one solid into another solid, they will not diffuse. It means the rate of diffusion in liquid is more than solid. Understood? Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's talk about the properties of gas. Property number one, gases have no definite shape, no fixed volume. Gases occupy the whole space of container. Yes, gases have no definite shape, no fixed volume. Gases occupy the whole space of container. Yes, they have no definite shape. Why? Let me give you a simple example. Take an incense stick, put in a closed room. Come after some time, you will see the smell of incense stick has spread in whole room. Why? Because it has no definite shape, no fixed volume. That's why it has spread it. Yes, so it occupy the whole space of container. Property number two, the space between the particle is maximum. Yes, the space between the particle is maximum. Yes, more than liquid. Yes, the space between the particle of gas is more than liquid. Yes, more than liquid but less than solid. Okay, now next point, the force of attraction between the particle is minimum. Yes, the force of attraction between the particle is minimum. The force of attraction between the particle of gases is minimum, and in solid state the force of attraction is maximum. Next property, the movement of particle is maximum. Yes, The particles of gases can easily move. They can move easily from one place to another. Yes, easily. Because their movement is continue and the movement of particle is maximum. Next point, they are most compressible. Yes, solids are least compressible. Liquids are less compressible, but gases are most compressible. Gases are most compressible. Next point, the rate of diffusion is more than solid and liquid. Yes, the rate of diffusion is more than solid and liquid. Yes, one gas can easily diffuse into another gas. One gas can easily diffuse into another gas. Do you know air is mixture of gas? Air is mixture of gas. There are many gases present in air: oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, carbon monoxide, hydrogen gas, helium gas. Why? Because their rate of diffusion, the intermixing, mixing into each other is more than solid and liquid. So these are the properties of gases. Understood? Now let's move on to the next point. Okay, kids. Now look the picture and tell me the properties of solid. Can you see the picture of particles of solid? Can you see the picture of particles of solid? As you can see that particles of solid are very near, they are closely tightly packed. So property number 1, in solid particles are tightly or closely packed. In solids, particles are tightly or closely packed. Now, look the gap. Can you see the gap between the particles of solid? Yes, there is no gap. There is very small, tiny gap. So we can say property number 2. The gaps between the particle are tiny. The gaps between the particle are tiny, and hence it is tough to compress them. So now next point. Can you tell me, has solid fixed shape and volume? Has solid fixed shape or volume? Yes, as you can see in the picture, the shape is fixed. It means solid has fixed shape and volume. Solid has fixed shape and volume. Due to its rigid nature, particles in solid can only vibrate about their mean position and cannot move. Yes, because as you can see in the picture, the particles are very near. So it means the force is more. It means the force of attraction between the particle is adamant. Adamant. The force of attraction between the particle is adamant. Now I want to ask you one question. I have stone. If I want to dissolve stone into another solid, suppose I have chalk, can I dissolve solid stone into chalk? No. It means rate of diffusion in solid is very low. Yes, rate of diffusion in solid is very low. So property number 1, solid particles are closely packed. Property number 2, the gaps between the particle are tiny. Property number 3, the force of attraction between the particle is adamant. Property number 4, the rate of diffusion in solid is very less. Okay, now look the picture of particles of liquid. And tell me the properties of liquid particle. Can you see? You will find, if you look carefully, pay attention, everyone, please look carefully the picture of liquid particles. What will you see? You will see the gap. It means the space between the particle is intermediate. Yes, the space between the particle is intermediate. Yes, and you know liquid means water, milk, they can easily flow. Why? Because the force of attraction between the particle is intermediate. Yes, the force of attraction between the particle is intermediate. Yes, and the movement of particle is intermediate, and the movement of particle is also intermediate. Yes,
Can you compress liquid? Yes, we can easily compress. It means they are less compressible. They are less compressible, but more compressible than solid. But they are more compressible than solids. You cannot compress solid, but you can compress liquid. You cannot compress solid, but you can compress liquid. And if you put water in a glass, what will happen? Water will take the same shape. Okay, it means liquid have no definite shape and fixed, but have fixed volume. Liquid have no fixed shape but have fixed volume. Yes. Okay, let me ask you a question. You have water. If you add water in juice, can both mix? Yes, they can mix. It means the rate of diffusion in liquid is more than solid. The rate of diffusion in liquid is more than solid. Now, so we can conclude property number 1, liquids have no definite shape but have fixed volume. Liquids take the shape of container. Property number 2, the space between the particle is intermediate. Property number 3, the force of attraction between the particle is intermediate. Property number 4, the movement of particle is intermediate. Property number 5, they are less compressible. Property number 6, the rate of diffusion is more than solid. Now, look the picture of gas. Look the particles of gas. Look the particles of gas. They are very far. So, we can say the space between the particle is maximum. Yes, the space between the particle is maximum. And the space between the particle is maximum. It means the force will be minimum. Yes. So, the force of attraction between the particle of gas is minimum. Can we compress gas? Yes, we can easily compress. So they are most compressible. Yes. Can I mix one gas into another? Can I mix oxygen into hydrogen? Yes, I can easily mix. It means the rate of diffusion is more than solid. The rate of diffusion is more than solid and liquid. Yes. And we know that gas have no definite shape and fixed volume. Gas occupy the whole space of the container. Okay. So, property number 1 of gas, gases have no definite shape, no fixed volume. Gases occupy the whole space of the container. Property number 2, the space between the particle is maximum. Property number 3, the force of attraction between the particle is minimum. Property number 4, the movement of particle is maximum. Property number 5, they are most compressible. Property number 6, the rate of diffusion is more than solid and liquid. Understood? Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids. Today's last topic, change of state. So today we studied properties of matter, types of matter, solid, liquid, gas, their properties. Now last topic is change of state. So the question is, can we change the state of matter? Can we change solid into liquid, liquid into gas? Can we change again gas into liquid, liquid into solid? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. When a solid is heated, it changes into liquid. Yes, it changes into liquid. When a liquid is heated, it changes into gas. Yes. And when a gas is cooled, when we decrease the temperature, it change into liquid. When a liquid is cooled, it is change into solid. Yes. If you heat the solid, then it will change into liquid. If you heat the solid, it will change into liquid. Suppose you have ice. If ice is solid, if you heat ice, it will change into liquid, means it will change into water, as you can see in the picture. If you heat the liquid, means if you heat the water, it will change into water vapor, means it will change into gas. Now, if you decrease the temperature of water vapor, if you cool it, water vapor will again change into liquid. Now, if you cool it more, suppose if you put the liquid in ice, if you put the liquid in refrigerator. If you put the liquid in refrigerator, it will change into solid form. So we can say change of state is possible. Yes, the state of matter can be changed. We can change solid into liquid, liquid into gas, and again gas into liquid and liquid into solid. So some chemical reaction are reversible. Some chemical reaction are reversible. Okay, understood? Now it's time to for the question. Okay, kids, it's time to ask question from you. Question number 1. Write the properties of following. Write the properties of following solid and liquid. Okay, liquid and solid. So, what are the property of liquid? Property of liquid. Property number 1. Liquids have no definite shape but fixed volume. Yes, liquid have no definite shape but fixed volume. In case of solid, solid have definite shape and definite volume. Solid have definite shape and fixed volume. But liquids have no definite shape but fixed volume. Okay. Second property of liquid. The space between the particle is intermediate. But in case of solid, the space between the particle is very less. Yes, the space between the particle is very less. Now, for liquid, property number 3, the force of attraction between the particle is intermediate. But in case of solid, the force of attraction between the particle is greater. Yes, it is highest. Now, next property of liquid, property number 4, the movement of particle is intermediate. While in case of solid, particles of solid only vibrate by their mean position. Yes, they only vibrate. But the particles of liquid move. They can move. Their movement is intermediate. They can go from one position to another position, but not so far. Okay. Particles of liquid. Next property of liquid. They are less compressible. Yes, they are less compressible. But in case of solid, the particles of solid are not compressible. It means solids are not compressible. Liquids are compressible, solids are not compressible. If you mix one liquid into another liquid, you can easily mix one liquid into another liquid. It is easy to mix, but one solid into another solid, it is not easy to mix. So we can say the rate of diffusion in liquid is more than solid. The rate of diffusion in liquid is more than solid, while the rate of diffusion in solid is less. Now, next question is, what is matter? Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. Yes, matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. Now, question number 3, how does state of matter change? When we heat a solid substance, it changes into liquid. When we heat liquid, it changes into gas. When a gas is cooled, it changes into liquid. When we cool it more, it again changes into solid. So, how does the state of matter change? The state of matter can be changed by either heating or cooling. Yes, by either heating or cooling, the state of matter is possible to change. Understood? So, today's lesson is completed. So, today we studied about the properties of solid, liquid, gas, what is matter. Next time we will study something more. We will study about temperature, we will study about pressure, Till then, goodbye.